Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now, this video right here comes out of Missouri. Big shout out to everybody in the great state of Missouri by way of Richmond Heights. Big shout out to everybody in the RH, Richmond Heights, holding it down. And also, big shout out to the birthday guy, even though his birthday was last month. And also, it's a sad situation, the current affairs that we live in America. You know, and it's so true, even though I do not really like the song by Childish Gambino, Welcome to America. America, I mean, we have to do better. When are we going to do better? When will we ever get over racism? When will things finally be right? And talk about make America great again. America was never great for people of color. Let's just be for real. That may upset some of you all, and I'm sorry if it does, because it shouldn't, because I'm for everybody, regardless of what sex you are, regardless what color you are. I'm for what's right, period. That's the only thing I see, good and evil. I don't see color. But anyway, evidently, this restaurant must have seen it. I'm talking about the Blue Sky Tower Grill on South Brentwood Boulevard. We got to put the whole name and the address out there. I don't know the number, but it's on South Brentwood Boulevard. Now, this guy who's a DJ was throwing a birthday party, just like a lot of you all. Some of you all go to restaurants, some of you all go to clubs, some of you all go to strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the strip club things. I hate to throw away my money. I wouldn't give a damn if it was a big butt and a smile in my face. I don't want all that. I'm petty with mine. But anyway, big shout out to who does. You might go to Chuck E. Cheese. Some of your grown asses still throwing parties in Chuck E. Cheese. Your kids be at one table, you be at the next table. But this guy decided he didn't want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. He didn't want to go to the strip club. He didn't even want to go to the regular hole in the wall. Yeah, y'all know about them hole in the walls, the juke joint. He didn't want to go there. But when he got there, now notice he already made reservations first. He called in and said that he was having a group of his friends, about 30 of them was going to come in there and patronize them, which the restaurant should be happy, because guess what that means? More money in the waiter and waitresses, more tips. Now, one thing that I want to get across to my people, you know, everybody's not able to tip. Some people barely got enough money to pay for the food. You might say, well, Trey, they need to stay their ass out of that then. You know what? That may be true in a lot of instances, but, you know, certain situations I feel you should tip, but certain instances you don't tip. Do you tip at McDonald's? No. Do you tip at Red Lobster? Some of you do, some of you don't. But that's up to the person. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not the type of person up here and bash somebody for what they do with their money, unlike some of these other people. But, you know, I believe in tipping. You know, I don't mind tipping, especially if the service is good. Depends on how good the service is. At the minimum, you know, if it's just you ain't coming around, I'm gonna give you a couple dollars. Now, if you're doing good service, you might get $5 or $10 easily. You know, that's just out of respect, and I admire people who work hard for their money. So this guy goes in there with his friends and stuff and celebrate his birthday just like anybody else. And lo and behold, the waiter come around one time and they didn't see her no more. Next thing you know, they had the cops called on them. A group of 7 or 8 cops called on them, basically just because they felt that these people wasn't going to pay and they wasn't going to tip, and made up all kinds of accusations on these people. Because I don't see what the hell would you need 7 or 8 cops to come in to a restaurant when ain't nobody in there fighting, nobody's selling drugs, nobody's whooping nobody's ass, nobody's getting hauled out. So what's the purpose of calling all these police? And see, this goes to show you that, you know, and it's true, and it's very true, with certain races of people, they just go overboard. Because I've seen people fight in the restaurants, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? Only one police show up, maybe 2, and they actually throwing down fighting. I'm sure you all have seen that also, you know. But it's like when the people ain't doing nothing, that's when they call the most people out. You ever seen that situation? Like, you might see somebody just jaywalking or walking down the street. 10 cops. Somebody done got shot, 3 cops around. But anyway, they made these people leave. The police made them leave, and also, you know, escorted them out, made them line up in a single file line and escorted them out of the restaurant. Now, that's embarrassing. I ain't lined up in line since damn middle school, grade school. You gonna make grown people get in the line? Shit, I would have been all outside the line. You remember how I used to line up and we used to be slick and we step outside the line? That's how I would have been. They probably would have knocked my block off. Anyway, I'm gonna read a snippet from this story. I'm gonna give my opinion. Surely, as we go. Man hosting birthday party at Richmond Heights restaurant alleges racial profiling. Well, if it ain't, you tell me what it is. This story out of Richmond Heights. A local restaurant is at the center of controversy After allegations of racial profiling, a group of African-American professionals now, it wouldn't matter if they was regular people. You didn't have to put that in the newspaper because everybody has a right to patronize your business, especially if they're paying. It don't matter if they're professionals or just blue-collar workers or people, janitors, blue-collar workers anyway. It don't matter what they are, as long as they're not in there doing anything illegal. So for them to put African-American professionals, wow, really? So they had to be professionals? Anyway, claimed they were embarrassed when police officers arrived after the group was accused of not wanting to pay their bill, which is a damn lie. And see, this is the shit that happened. Just like if you ever had the cops called on you, somebody might be saying, he threatened me or she threatened me. You know damn well you ain't said no. You probably got on somebody's ass. Not me, not on them like that, you know what I'm saying? But you probably got on somebody's case, getting them a hard time because maybe they probably bumped into you or maybe they took your parking spot or maybe just some kind of disagreement. And they'll call the cops. Oh, they threatened me. They about to hit me right now. And next thing you know, cops pull up guns drawn, make you get down on hot-ass concrete until they burn your damn face. Anyway, the incident allegedly happened Saturday, February the 9th at the Blue Sky Tower Grill on South Brentwood Boulevard. We are told a group of 30 African Americans were there to celebrate a friend's birthday. They claimed they were kicked out of the restaurant before their dinner party was officially set to end. That's a crying damn shame right there. It made us feel like a criminal. It made me feel like we were breaking the law, and we were not, said Terrence Dickerson. And Mr. Terrence Dickerson, what I would do, since you're a DJ, I would put their ass on blast. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can or not. I don't know if the radio, your program, your director will allow you to do that, which he probably won't. But I would never patronize them no more, and I would put it all over Facebook. Do not patronize the Blue Sky Tower Grill on South Brentwood Boulevard, because there's no way in hell you should have did this guy like that. I wouldn't give a damn if it was his friend's birthday, if his cousin, his mama's birthday. The point is, treat people the way you want to be treated. The world will be a better place. Do unto others as you would have them what? Do unto you. Somebody said, do back to you. Anyway, 30-year-old Terrence Dickerson is a chef, a recording artist, and a father of two. Dickerson says on Saturday he made reservations for 30 of his closest friends and family members to attend his birthday dinner and celebration. It could have been me and my family there. We would have been talking what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, we would have been talking cash money shit without Baby and Lil Wayne. Terrence says what was supposed to be a night of joy and celebration turned into a night of humiliation and turmoil and a bunch of BS. We wanted to have a good time in a birthday celebration. They treated us like we were not supposed to be there, said Dickerson. So I think we should read between the lines on that one and basically figure out, I don't think they wanted you there. They wasn't too happy about you patronizing their business. And they also, the fact that they would call the police and accuse them of not wanting to pay their bill. Wow, when the man made reservation and then agreed that he would pay a 20% tip. We'll get to that in a second. Now, also about 8:20 p.m. Saturday, we get a call for a possible disturbance involving 30 people at the Blue Sky Grill. This the police talking. Say that they had a call for a disturbance now. Disturbance when nobody doing a damn thing. The waiter, whoever went back in there and did this crooked ass shit. That's period. Point blank. Y'all know how I say it. Anyway, the officer says we had number of officers, 7 or 8 officers respond. We quickly found out that it was not a disturbance. So why didn't you get on the people's ass, check them, scold them and tell them, stop making these calls. We have more important things to do. But no, this is what they do. They still make the people get up and leave, line up in a single file line first, then leave like they some school children. So even though you knew it wasn't a disturbance, you still made these people embarrass them like that and line up and leave? Wow, that's cold-blooded. Anyway, the officer says we quickly found out that it was not a disturbance, just a misunderstanding. That's not a misunderstanding. That's not what you call a misunderstanding. Can somebody please, pretty please with sugar on top, explain to me in the comment section what misunderstanding means? Because last time I checked, that's not a misunderstanding. That's some cold, calculated shit right there. Anyway, he said it was a misunderstanding over how the group will be billed. It would be one check or an individual check. That's a lie because they already set up where each person was going to pay for their meal individually. You know how we do. I don't know how the other side do, but if it's a lot of people, you got to pay for your own bill. Look, unless we going to a pizza place, I'll take that. But if we going someplace expensive, Papa Do's, Joe's Crab Shack, y'all know how we do it. Oh, you got to pay your own bill. I'm not finna pay no damn $700, $800 bill, maybe $1,000. Anyway, so they said they didn't know how the group was gonna pay for the bill, but it was a disturbance. But at first, the waiter said that they didn't want to pay the bills. So which one is it? Now they also says when we arrived, the restaurant came to an agreement and was working with the group, said Chief Doug Schaefer. If that's the case, why can they come to an agreement before? Why is it so hard for grown-ass people to do the main thing they're supposed to do is what, Trey? Act grown. Damn, is it that damn hard? See, life is easy. Even though we go through our ups and downs, tribulations, health problems, issues, it's the people in this joker that makes it hard. You know what I'm saying? Life is already is what it is, but it's the people that make it even much worse. You know what I'm talking about. Now, cell phone video captured the birthday party. That video has been shared on social media thousands, hundreds of thousands of times. Dickerson says he signed a contract with Blue Sky reserving a party space. That should be an open and shut thing, because if he signed a contract, how can you sit up here and call the police, say they did not want to pay their bill? Then the police get there and say, we are here for a disturbance call. And then they also say, well, we didn't know how y'all was going to pay for this, individual or a group. When he already, the Terrence Dickinson, the birthday guy, signed the contract at the beginning. So they let you know how's it going down. Also, Dickinson showed us the email that states that everyone could do separate checks for their own food and drinks, and that they will be charged 20% on all checks for gratuity. So do you know what gratuity means? It is a tip given to a waiter or a taxi cab driver. It's just a tip, gratuity. It's a tip. So they already agreed on a tip, 20% from each person. So if that's not good enough, I don't know what is. And this is an email contract statement. So therefore, somebody was lying on these people. Because if you got paperwork showing that you already made agreements with this restaurant, why is there a problem? Dickerson says the night of the party, things changed quickly. He claims the waitress refused to serve them because she felt overworked due to the large party. Well, if that's the case, how do you not feel overworked when the restaurant is packed full of people? Because whether it's 30 people in one party table in one section, or if it's 100 people spread around the whole restaurant, what's the difference? You can't get us with that one. This one overworked. And if you was overworked, why didn't you get somebody to come and help you and share the tip with them? It's a job. They call it a job for a reason. You're there to work, not sit on your ass. Let's continue for somebody to get mad. Also, Dickerson says the night of the party, things changed quickly. He claims the waitress refused to serve them because she felt overworked due to the large party. She left and never came back. So how was there a disturbance? How did she know how they was going to pay? I'm sure they already had all that lined up when they seen all the people coming there. I'm sure they were like, well, did they make reservations? How are they paying? Oh, it says right here, we made a contract with him. He made reservations. It's his birthday. Simple as that. But you have people come to work with their ass on their shoulders and then expect you to bow down to them just because you have a shitty day. Don't give me one. Let's continue. The next message we get is the police want you to leave, said Dickerson. Now, they done went from having a birthday party to celebrate to the police asking them to leave. Hofton Nelson attended the dinner party that night and says he left embarrassed. I would have been embarrassed too and talking cash money shit. I looked out and noticed like 6 or 7 more cops, like 8 total. Just for this? Wow. I asked if any laws were broken or is there a reason you should be here. Police say they were called that a group of 30 that did not want to pay. And I said, that's not true. We were still trying to get our food, said Nelson. So I ain't even fed these people. Ain't that some shit right there? They ain't even fed these people and had a nerve enough to call the cops on these people. Now, Dickinson says he believes the restaurant feared the group would not pay their bill because they were African American. Really? Really? They were then forced to pay their bills in a single file line and forced to leave. The news crew headed to the Blue Sky Grill to get some answers. When they arrived, they were greeted by a security guard and asked to leave. They asked for a statement from the owner and were told they did not have a comment, but is fully aware of the incident, leaving Terrence and his party with more questions than answers. Very embarrassing. Police told everybody we had to go upstairs because it was a bad look on the place. I told him the fact that we have a black party of 30 and we have a contract to be up here, it looks bad because you have 8 police officers here and no laws are being broken, said Nelson. Ain't that something right there? That's a good job, Nelson. Dickerson is now calling for an apology from the Blue Sky Grill. Let me tell you something, Dickerson. I wouldn't even want their damn apology. You know what I would tell them that they can do with their apology? You know, I would tell them you could take that apology and shove it far as you can up your keister. And if you don't know what keister is, my people in the comment section, let them people know what keister means. That means your ass. I would like for them to reach out to me and apologize for the services and her leaving us up there without communicating with us, said Nelson. So she went up there one time, seen, looked around and said, the hell with this, and left and called the police. What kind of mess is that? I mean, am I the only one seeing the BS in this mess? And it also says that the fact the news crew made numerous attempts to reach out to the Blue Sky Grill management team for comment and was repeatedly told no one was available for comment because they know they're wrong. But this is the little thing they did say. We are the owners of Blue Sky Tower Grill in Richmond Heights, Missouri. Unfortunately, we are currently out of town and unable to return until Monday. Ain't that some bullshit? But anyway, see, it's been a history also of these people calling the police for nothing. Just like you had Bob Marley, the great Bob Marley, granddaughter, who had the police call on her. And that hashtag was Airbnb and Wild Black. Then you had another one. It was being a firefighter while black. While you had several black firefighters were racially profiled by their white residents in Oakland, California. Being a firefighter while black. Trying to put out fires, and they were being racially profiled by the people they trying to save. Then you had sleeping while black at Yale with the college student was basically sleeping, and they called the police on her for just sleeping. Then you had the guys that was waiting in Starbucks while black. They were just sitting there waiting for another guy to come meet them there. Had the police call on them. Then you had Poolside Patricia. Who could ever forget Poolside Patricia? Where you had in Oklahoma City, this woman basically calling the police because she thought that black people were too happy at this poolside party. Damn. Then you also have one of the ones we cannot forget, Barbecue Becky, in which you have a woman in Oakland, California, called the police because these people was out barbecuing and said they did not have a permit to barbecue right there. Then you have the main one, Permit Patty. Who can ever forget Permit Patty? On June 21st, you had an 8-year-old black girl that was trying to sell water just so she can go to, I think she was trying to go to Disneyland. She was trying to go to some amusement park or something. And this woman basically asked this child, do you have a permit? Yes, Permit Patty. Who can forget her? Anyway, those are the 7 incidents. If you know any more, you can name them. Let me know what you think about this incident in Richmond Heights, because it's a damn shame that, you know, out of all this stuff goes on in this world, we still have to deal with people fighting over color. I mean, it's like the yin and the yang. It's going to be like this probably to the end of time. We have to do better as a people because, I mean, one thing about history, if you don't learn from it, what are you destined to do? You're destined to repeat it. So until we get it right, we're going to forever be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because as we can see, neither one of us is going anywhere. And if God wanted it to be, well, it'd be one race of people on one planet. Don't you think it would be that way? So evidently we are here to get along with each other if we can learn that. Let me know what you all think. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share this video with your family and friends. And remember, even if you do have the cops call on you, don't get upset because that's only going to make things worse. But the best thing to do is have a level head, take a deep breath, and politely turn your ass toward them and walk on. Pause. I'm out.